Today I have so much to tell you. We just boarded the Regal Princess in Galveston, so I have got information that you absolutely have to know if you are ever going to take a cruise out of Galveston. I've got some updates for Galveston for you. We're going to be talking about the room service menu, the things that you can order on OceanNow on the Regal Princess, very different from what you can order on the Star Princess that we just embarked from yesterday, and a whole lot more. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips, and we just boarded the Regal Princess here. So if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, will you please be sure to click on that subscribe button, and if you appreciate my updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up. What I want to tell you about today is so important because I'm wondering if it is charting the course of Princess Cruises and some differences that are going to exist between the different classes of ships. Before I do that though, if you follow along on my Facebook page, Let's Go Travel Tips, come and join us. If you aren't a member yet, would love to have you. But if you follow along, you will know that the people that I work with at the franchise of their Dream Vacations franchise very graciously posted a really nice post about an award I won at the recent conference. Number one, you should know it's quite not. He exaggerated a little bit, but I really appreciate all of you. It's very humbling for me to have the pleasure to work with all of you. I am so grateful, so honored that you would consider booking your vacation with us, your cruise, your land tour, or that you would come on a group cruise with us. Group cruises have become my favorite thing to do other than visiting grandchildren. I love the chance to get to meet with all of you, associate with you all, whether it's talking with you on the phone, meeting you on a cruise, make my life so much richer. And so I want to thank you. All of this is because you're here with me, and I appreciate you more than there are words to say. And I just wanted to make sure that you know that I love you and how grateful I am for you. So let's go ahead and talk about Galveston first. So we flew from Fort Lauderdale yesterday morning. We got off the Star Princess, flew here, and landed at George Bush International Airport in Houston. We ended up taking an Uber down to our hotel. We stayed at the Hampton Inn and Suites in Galveston, and then this morning we took an Uber from the hotel over here to the ship. So some things that you really need to know. Today I'm going to talk about embarkation, but in the future I'm going to do a video and tell you, maybe I'll tell you today. And so coming to Houston, I have never been to Texas before except for flying through airports. Dallas and Houston are the airports that I've been through before. So yesterday flying into Houston was really special because we were actually going to stay here and visit. As we drove down from the airport there down to Galveston, we saw the skyline of the city, a lot of the suburbs, and then as we got closer and closer to Galveston, we got to see how beautiful it is as you come up and where you see, I think I'm correct thinking the Bayou area, and then you cross the bridge onto the island. Last night, Let's Go family members that I have the pleasure, they're here with us on this cruise, live in Galveston, and took us, Gordon and I, out for dinner, showed us such a wonderful time, and in the process of that told us so much about Galveston that I didn't even realize. And so I'm going to get some books about it and share a little bit more with you about it, but Galveston is really a destination. I never thought of it as a destination. I always thought of it as a cruise port. I knew that it's a huge shipping port and everything. I had no idea of all of the history that is there and how much there is to see. And so if you end up having extra time when you come to Galveston, put in an extra day or two. People in our group went on the deck tour, said it was outstanding. There's a little trolley that runs along there. It's $1 per person. If you're over 65, it's 50 cents a person. Said it was excellent. The driver talked the whole time and let them know all about what they were looking at, the history and everything. So definitely plan in extra time, and I'm going to read a lot more about the history and I'll share it with you down the road, but I wanted you to know this is a destination worth visiting. Now, and quite a while ago I did a video about Galveston, so I'll have Gordon link it because it's got some information there that I don't feel like I need to share twice, so it's in that video. Now, Here's what you need to know if you're going to go on a cruise from Galveston. All right, so if you're cruising from Galveston, first of all, and then I'll tell you the updates for Galveston. So first of all, you need to know that they have 4 terminals as of MSC completing their terminal. They had a big celebration for that this last week. There are now 4 cruise terminals, so it is super busy. As we headed over this morning, it took us probably about 15 minutes to get from our hotel, but the traffic wasn't really bad. But as we pulled up, there were lots of cars dropping people off. There were shuttles over on the other side waiting for people to still come off the ship, and shuttles dropping people off, lots of Ubers, everything. So know that it is really crowded. The other thing that it's important to know is when you get out of your Uber, off your shuttle, whatever it is, turn in your luggage right then to the porters who are there. There are a lot of porters there waiting to take your luggage. A lot of people pulled their luggage all over, like walking right by those people. I'm thinking maybe they didn't know that. So keep in mind that you drop off your luggage right away, and then you don't have to see it again until it shows up at your stateroom. That's really important. You're going to end up walking quite a long ways in order to get on a ship here in Galveston. So if mobility is a problem, you can't stand in line, you can't walk very far, you're going to want to sign up to get a wheelchair at embarkation. That's really important. Now, when we went through, first of all, we went immediately when we entered the terminal building. You could have the green lane or the blue lane. Of course, we got in the blue lane because our medallions hadn't come to our home. And at first look, we thought, oh my goodness, the blue lane was so much longer than the green lane. But it happened to be that people in our group got in the green lane the same time we got in the blue lane. And do you know, we both walked out of those lines at the same time. So if you are someone that is blue laned because your medallions didn't arrive, your app wasn't working to order them, maybe you don't want to pay for that and you don't have a package, like, just don't worry about it. I have never, and I can say never, been at a port that the blue lane took a long time, and I've been to a lot of ports. So check that off your list of worries. Once you go through those lines, then you go through security. What do you need to know about security? This completely took me by surprise. Now, mind you, I pay attention to signs. I read signs when there are signs. So, and there are a lot of people working there. So it's not like there's nobody to tell you this. So we get in the line for security and you go through. First of all, some of the people I noticed were telling people to take their laptops and iPads out of their bags. Others weren't. We didn't take ours out because they didn't tell us. They made the lady in front of us take them out. I don't know what the reason is with that. Gordon walked through the security, and if you go through security with his artificial hip made out of titanium, it sets off the alarms. It didn't even set it off. So we are going through, we get all the way through, and we're starting to walk away from picking up our, like, my backpack and carry-on and Gordon's backpack. And the lady working security sees that I have, the bottle of Diet Coke like you buy at the airport. I'd even drank some, and she says, oh, you can't take that. And I said, well, let me just drink it really quick then. No, you cannot drink it on this side. You can drink it on that side. And not to argue, but I was like, nobody even told me I couldn't have it. Well, you can't. And that fast, she had it out of my hand and in the trash. So don't bring separate beverages like that. Now, I did see a lot of people bringing 12 packs of soda on, and those went through just fine. I don't know what the difference is, but be aware of that. The other thing that they were taking away is anyone that had, like, it was all Lysol. Love you all. It's awesome. We're gonna try to kill germs and stay healthy. But they were taking away cans of Lysol, and it didn't matter if they were little or the taller ones from people who were getting on the ship. So don't bring that with you either, okay? And I don't know what else they were taking. I guess I didn't have one. But if anybody has sailed from Galveston and had that happen to them before, they've taken anything else, definitely let people know. And this is not where they take things out of your luggage. Like if you bring a steamer, they're going to take that and keep it till the end of the cruise. This was just going through regular security. So kind of keep that in mind. The only other security that I have been through that they won't let you take, like you can't take a bottle of water, anything. Anybody in New Orleans, let us know how you get your 12 packs of soda on the ship there. But they did not let anybody take anything liquid through security there. So I just wanted to give you a heads up so you kind of know what to expect when you embark there in Galveston. Now, on the Princess app, it said that we could board between 9:45 and 1:30. And so we got there, by the time we were getting in line, it was probably about 10:20, 10:30. And so once we got through all of that, they have an area where you go and sit down if you are platinum or elite, and then a separate area to sit down if you're not. The people who are not platinum or elite are handed a number, so that when they start the embarkation process, they do it by number. For the guests who are elite or platinum, they have you sit in another area, and then once they start embarkation, you just get up and go, okay? So just wanted to let you know that's how that worked. And then once you get on the ship, it's uphill on the gangway. So if you have a hard time like managing your carry-on, or once again you can't walk far or go up a hill, get a wheelchair for embarkation, okay? So let me know if you have questions about Galveston, but I feel like it's really important to share this with you so that you're not surprised, and so that you drink your Diet Coke before you get in the security line, okay? Next up, let's talk about the differences that I am noticing of what you can order for the OceanNow to be delivered to you on the Regal Princess compared to the Star Princess. So first up, I want to just let you know that just like on all of the other ships, they have limited hours and limited places that they will deliver food or beverages to you, okay? The really big difference that I am noticing are there are no beverages. You cannot order a beverage from basically the room service or OceanNow menu. That's a big difference on the Star Princess, and on every other princess ship that I have been on, you can always order some beverages. On the Star Princess, you could order your sparkling or still water, sodas, cocktails, you know, different kinds of wine, lots of different things that you could order to drink on that menu. But there is not even a section for drinks on the app for this ship. Now, I don't know if the app is having another glitch because it has so many, or if that's truly what they're doing on board this ship. So I'll keep you posted and let you know if it changes during the week. But you know what thought has come to my mind? You know what, that Sun Princess and that Star Princess are where Princess is like heading, and not there. I am sure that they love all of the other ships in their fleet. We all love to sail on all of the ships, but I'm wondering if they're going to start tweaking things so that you have different experiences, not only with how the ship is laid out and being a brand new ship compared with these ships that aren't their newest, but also changing the experience a little bit so that people don't quite get the same thing that they get on the Sun and on the older ships that they do on the Sun and Star Princess. So will you please let me know what you think? And whenever you are on a Princess cruise, will you comment, and especially if you happen to be sailing now, and let me know if you can order any beverages on the room service menu or the Ocean Now menu, because that's a big deal. I always enjoy ordering beverages to our cabin, and that's part of the deal you're supposed to get when you have that part of the Plus and Premier package, that you get your beverages ordered, that you can get your food or beverage delivered to you without having to pay that $14.99 activation fee for the app. So big changes, and I'm wondering what else is going to change soon. Now, where is the Port of Galveston headed? The Port of Galveston, like I mentioned, it has 4 cruise terminals right now. You've got Carnival, Royal Caribbean, MSC, and Norwegian. And they are looking, though, they are projecting they want to put in a total of 7 cruise terminals. So it's going to be really interesting to see how all of this kind of turns out. So along with wanting to do that, like I said, MSC just finished theirs. The Seascape just had her very first sailing out of Galveston. We're going to be looking, so today as we were sailing out, we saw Harmony of the Seas, and looking forward though, starting next year, the Icon of the Seas is going to come here. That says a lot that Royal Caribbean would put one of their brand newest and most popular assets in the Port of Galveston. Gives you an idea of what their goals are. Galveston is going to become a bigger and bigger and more important cruise port. And so kind of keep that. And if you were wanting to sail on the Icon of the Sea and it's more convenient for you to go out of Galveston, they've got all of these cruises. I'm delighted to help you if you want. But they have a lot of options. And the other big ship, Symphony of the Seas. So a lot of people like to rate how important, like what cruise ships you should definitely sail on at some point in your life. And you know what? Symphony of the Seas is one of those ships. So she is a big deal, and she is going to be sailing here from Galveston. And so it's going to be really interesting to see how this all shakes out. Virgin wants to bring a ship here. MSC seems to be increasing their footprint everywhere. And clearly Royal Caribbean is sending their best. When Carnival first just had the Jubilee go into service. She has been sailing here the whole time from when she was brand new. That's how big of a deal this cruise port is to Carnival. So just wanted to bring you up, give you an idea of some things to think about and some things to look for if you're looking at cruising out of Galveston. So we are having a wonderful time so far on the Regal Princess. When I try to compare in my mind the Star Princess and the Regal Princess, I'll be honest, I miss the Star Princess. At the same time, that's like comparing apples, like different kinds of apples. You know, they're all ships, but they all have their own important things and things you really like about it. They've got, you know, for example, on the Regal Princess, the piazza is elegant, it's beautiful. The dining rooms are really beautiful when you get on the Star Princess. It is very sleek, very modern, both in the dining rooms and in the piazza, just for an example of things that are a little bit different as far as the decor goes. But you know what? There are things that I like about both. If you gave me a cruise and I could go on the Star Princess or the Regal Princess, I guess it would depend on where I'm going, which ship I would go on, but I love the Star Princess, and so I would go anywhere on the Star Princess. So that's where we are. This is the Love Boat Cruise. The Love Boat Cruise has on board the ship from the original Love Boat TV show, we have Julie and Gopher and Doc and Isaac and Vicky. How do you like that? Those are their names there on the TV show. And today at the live sail away, you should watch our video that we did live, because I tried to do a really good job of showing you the cast members there, but they were all there and milling around and meeting people and speaking with each other. It was really cool. They had the cruise director, of course, doing you know, welcoming everybody and trying to get everyone excited. But this is going to be a really cool cruise, and so tomorrow I'm going to share with you a little bit more of what the itinerary is going to bring. They gave us a whole list of what to expect on the Love Boat Cruise, so stick with me. I've got a lot to tell you about the Regal Princess and a lot to tell you about the Love Boat Cruise. And I will add, this is the third or fourth time, I think this is the fourth time that we have sailed on the Regal Princess, so we're no stranger to the Regal Princess, and we're delighted to be here. I'll be talking to y'all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you.